Your calorie needs are going to be averaging about 2,500 calories a day. As far as fat goes, for 2,500 calories, you're going to want about 80 grams of total fat in a day. The saturated fat, which is a component of total fat, you want to have less than 25 grams a day. Don't try to overindulge too much.
Yeah.
Good luck, Morgan.
Great.
Thank you.
Hi there. Hi, I'm Eric Raleigh, our exercise physiologist.
Great. The official weigh-in.
185 and a half. We'll go through the cardiovascular assessment, and then I'll be able to calculate how much oxygen your muscles can utilize, and that's also an indicator of the type of condition your cardiovascular system is in. All right, good work. I'm going to use these skin fold calipers to estimate your body density. You're 11% body fat. That's great. We're going to measure your flexibility of your hamstrings, your hips, and your lower back. Good, good. Very nice. 38 centimeters was your best. There's a basic, old school test for muscular strength and endurance. 36. Good job. You're above average fitness for your age group. Definitely, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're at a good spot right now.
More than 60% of Americans get no form of exercise. So for the next 30 days, neither will I. But I'll still have to walk.
How much does the average American walk a day?
There's reason to believe. We have these pedometers that we put on people,
right.
Step counters. You could very roughly estimate that about 2,000 steps, because 2,000 would make a mile. And we know that people that work in office settings, who drive a car to and from work, or take an elevator up to that office, may take as little as 2,500 or 3,000 steps in their entire day. If you wanted to feel physically like a lot of Americans do, then you'd kind of limit yourself to about 5,000 steps a day.
Us New Yorkers, we walk everywhere. We walk to work, to the park, to the store. Most of us don't even own cars. The average New Yorker will walk 4 to 5 miles a day. A day. That's a lot of walking. I'll also have the blessing of being close to a food source almost everywhere I go. I walk past 3 Golden Arches just on my way to the office. 3 in just over a mile. There are more Mickey D's in Manhattan than anywhere else in the world. This tiny little island is less than 13 miles long by 2 miles wide, 22.4 square miles. And packed into that area are 83 McDonald's, nearly 4 per square mile. There are twice as many Mac Shacks as there are Burger Kings, and there are more McDonald's than KFC, Wendy's, Popeyes, and Taco Bell combined. That's a lot of burger.
I know he's going to do it for a month, but I think after a week he's going to be really irritated. I think it's going to affect our relationship.
You are a vegan chef?
Yes, I'm a vegan chef. I just don't know if I can. Of course I will. I'll sit next to him while he eats McDonald's. Of course I will. I'm just going to be rolling my eyes the whole time. We have a vegetable tart and a quinoa and roasted veggie salad, artichokes and a simple green salad, all beautiful, organic, fresh vegetables that you're going to miss so much.
What am I going to have that's organic?
In the next month, nothing.
Nothing.
You're only going to have genetically modified potatoes.
I'm going to eat as many vegetables as I can tonight.
There's plenty here for you.
That's really good.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Have they improved their cookies in the last 10 years? Because the last time I had them, they were like little hockey pucks.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's the first day, and I'm on my way to breakfast. Could I get an Egg McMuffin extra value meal? Every 8-year-old's dream right now that I'm getting ready to fulfill. I got my Egg McMuffin. That's going to be the first thing right there. This McDonald's delivers for free. All I did today was leave my apartment, walk down the stairs, and walk to the McDonald's, 1,272 steps. So we gotta go to the corner and we gotta get a cab. The cabs are gonna add up in this thing, I can tell already. I got my scorecard, and in here, I had 1 Egg McMuffin, I had 1 sausage biscuit, Do you eat fast food?
Once in a while.
Yeah?
Once in a while.
How often?
I'd say probably once every 2 weeks. 3, 4 times a week, maybe.
In France, yes.
Yeah?
But here, not.
No.
I don't like here. It doesn't sound very clean.
And what's your favorite place?
Probably Wendy's.
McDo.
Taco Bell. Taco Bell. McDonald's is pretty close.
Do you ever have a supersized Cokes?
No. In France, the small size here, it's the bigger size in France. Even the small size here, I can't drink.
There are rules to what's going on here in this whole process. I will only supersize it if they ask me, and I can only eat things that are for sale over the counter at McDonald's.
Water included. If McDonald's doesn't sell it, I can't eat it. I have to have everything on the menu at least once over the next 30 days, and I have to have 3 squares a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No excuses.
Oh, I love Big Macs. See, this is probably the first time in a long time that I've actually seen a Big Mac that looks like the picture. That actually almost looks like the picture. Look at that. Big Macs never look this good. You got to come to Chinatown for the good Big Macs. You've heard about all these people who are suing these fast food companies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous, but it's the American way to sue for everything.
I'd throw the lawsuit out if I was a judge. And like I was saying, if these fast food places can put their signs up, if I can walk by them and just totally ignore them and say, I'm not hungry, I don't need this, they can do it too.
We don't have to go there. You know, we don't have to shop with them. We can easily go in McDonald's and grab a salad, but we choose not to.
Now, if the McDonald's refused them service, they'd be in court again saying, we were refused service. So you can't win if you try in this world.
I think there's a lot of focus on the fast food companies because they are mentioned more than virtually all the other causes in most of the articles and books and studies about why it's a sudden epidemic. Again, it can't be the neighborhood restaurant. We've had neighborhood restaurants for hundreds of years. It can't be the foods we eat at home. We've been eating at home for hundreds of years. Something is very different. I think the figure is we eat out something like 40% of our meals.
John Banzaf is currently spearheading the attacks against the food industry, advising many of the lawyers who are currently going through the process. People say he's crazy, but that's what they used to say about him when he first sued the tobacco companies. Until he won.
I think in terms of responsibility, it's fair to point the big gun at McDonald's. McDonald's is one of the biggest, but more importantly, it is the one with, far more than all the others, lures in young children. They have the playgrounds, the closed indoor playgrounds. Many places, there are no other playgrounds. You've got to take your kid there. So even at 2 and 3 and 4, those kids are being lured into there. McDonald's is very heavy on birthday parties. They, of course, pioneered the Happy Meals. Now the Mighty Kids Meals also with those little gotta-have-them toys. So they get the kids in. And, of course, the whole clown. McDonald's is the clown. A lot of those ads appeal primarily to kids. There's a cartoon on TV which features them. So they, more than others, lure the kids in. And I think all of us are far more concerned about the kids.
Another man who is worried about the kids is Samuel Hirsch. He represents the 2 girls who are suing McDonald's, with much advisement coming from Professor Banzaf. Why are you suing the fast food establishment?
You mean motives besides monetary compensation? You mean you want to hear a noble cause? Is that it?
I think that fast foods are a major contributor to this epidemic.
In 2000, Dr. David Satcher became the first Surgeon General to draw attention to the obesity crisis, declaring it a national epidemic.
Now remember, we're supersizing everything. You go to any place to buy, go to any fast food store, and they're trained to tell you to buy a bigger size. For 5 cents more, you can get the super size.
Federal government will define a piece of meat, 3 ounces of meat, as a sensible portion, and that looks like a deck of cards. few people would be able to find this deck of cards if they were served a piece of meat, a steak, in a restaurant. It would probably be about 4 or 5 times the size. One typical bagel that one is eating that looks something